Sources inside the palace confirm that Prince William, in his capacity as heir to the throne, has initiated formal proceedings to strip Prince Harry of his Duke of Sussex title, transferring all associated honors, properties, and financial instruments to James, Earl of Wessex.
Prince William has decided to take action against Prince Harry following their controversial tour of Australia, which drew widespread criticism. Sources say that William plans to strip Harry and Meghan of their titles as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This decision is now confirmed and not just speculation. Additionally, young James, Earl of Wessex, Prince Edward's son, is set to inherit the titles that Harry will lose. This is a significant change in the British monarchy. Today, we will discuss this major shift. William's reported choice to remove Harry and Meghan's Sussex titles after their troubled 2026 Australia tour. We will also discuss how James, Earl of Wessex, is becoming a key figure in this royal transition. Our information comes from reliable sources such as CNN, Fox News, IB Times UK, Hello Magazine, The Royal Observer, Yahoo News, GB News, and various respected royal commentators. Let's explore this further. The Australia tour that broke the camel's back. Let's start at the beginning. Australia, April 2026. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle arrived on Australia's east coast for what their team described as a 4-day visit focused on charity and advocacy. However, from the moment their plane landed, the trip quickly became controversial in the public eye. CNN reported that the couple's visit was bound to spark debate, as they sought to distance themselves from the royal family while still retaining some royal status. The tour was described as a blend of celebrity and charity, featuring no official royal walkabout, but rather a mix of informal public engagements and private commercial events. Criticism was immediate and relentless. Melbourne's Herald Sun newspaper labeled the entire visit a faux royal tour to shore up brand Sussex. Royal expert Chard characterized it as a commercial hybrid dressed in palace clothing, highlighting that Harry was a paid speaker at a mental health leadership summit. At the same time, Meghan headlined a women's retreat and promoted her own products. The backlash intensified, as it became evident that the trip's charitable aspects were intertwined with commercial ventures. Sky News Australia's Danica DeGiorgio condemned the promotion of the one-off fashion platform during visits to a children's hospital and a women's shelter, calling it profiteering from sensitive engagements. Public opinion reflected this sentiment. A Roy Morgan poll revealed that 81% of Australians felt the visit did not improve their perception of the couple, and 87% believed it would do nothing to mend Harry's relationship with King Charles. Sources informed Radar Online that the couple earned harsh new nicknames, including the Duke and Duchess of the Dollar, while the trip itself was referred to as Meghan's business trip and the Great Sussex's Misery Tour. Even those trying to remain neutral could not overlook the contradictions. Claire Harvey, editorial director of The Australian, questioned why a couple claiming to be on a charitable mission would link every outfit they wore to commercial retail platforms, making their charitable engagements seem insincere. This entire tour highlighted a problem that palace insiders had warned about for years. Harry and Meghan were leveraging their royal titles for commercial gain while simultaneously criticizing the institution that those titles represented. For Prince William, this was the final provocation. The Prince of Wales declares war on the Sussex brand. Let's discuss what was occurring behind closed palace doors while Harry and Meghan were touring Australia. According to IB Times UK, sources revealed that Prince William was seething over Harry and Meghan's use of their royal titles during their Australia tour, especially after receiving multiple warnings about the issue's sensitivity. This response was not a sudden outbreak of anger. Rather, it was the result of years of frustration. Sources conveyed that William sees their use of titles for personal gain and publicity as fraudulent, and he actively reached out to contacts in Australia to ensure the couple's actions would not harm the Crown's reputation. This is a crucial detail. William wasn't merely complaining to aides behind closed doors. He was making phone calls, leveraging his influence, and actively working to contain the fallout in real time. Such direct involvement from the heir to the throne is virtually unprecedented in modern royal history. An insider quoted by Heat magazine stated bluntly, "Harry and Meghan's actions have further inflamed tensions and made William more determined to strip them of their titles." William's animosity toward Harry is well known by now. Royal sources have repeatedly confirmed that the relationship between the brothers is beyond repair. One source close to William reportedly believes that giving Harry and Meghan any form of royal acknowledgement is a catastrophic mistake. A royal expert noted that William has no tolerance for scandals that tarnish the monarchy. Multiple palace sources have confirmed that not only Harry and Meghan but several other royals will see their titles revoked, as William intends to remove the HRH designation from all non-working royals once he ascends to the throne. While the Australia tour did not ignite William's desire to strip titles, it certainly intensified it. The negative reception provided him with the political ammunition and public support necessary to back his cause. When 81% of Australians, subjects of the very Commonwealth that Harry claims to respect, declare the visit a failure, it's not just embarrassing for Harry, it's embarrassing for the crown. William is determined to ensure that a situation like this never occurs again. How William plans to execute the most dramatic royal restructuring in modern history. How would Prince William actually strip Harry and Meghan of their titles? It's not as simple as making a phone call. There is a complex constitutional framework involved, and William has reportedly been studying it carefully. According to royal commentator Tom Sykes, writing in the Daily Beast, William plans to remove the titles of non-working royals through a royal decree known as Letters Patent, which would be ratified by Parliament in the early weeks of his reign as King William V. The Royal Observer and IB Times UK have explained that the HRH style is conferred by Letters Patent, meaning it can be removed by the same instrument, which makes it easier to withdraw compared to a dukedom, like the Duke of Sussex, which is a peerage. Stripping a dukedom requires legislative action through an Act of Parliament. This distinction is significant. William can relatively easily remove the HRH titles using his royal prerogative. However, taking away the Duke and Duchess of Sussex designations would require parliamentary approval, which is a much higher political hurdle. There is precedent that works in William's favor. The case of Prince Andrew has effectively served as a test run for this type of action. Royal biographer Andrew Loney cautioned that the removal of Andrew's titles is a very useful exercise in showing what's possible regarding titles, and has served as a warning shot across Harry's bow. Palace sources have confirmed that William is quietly building parliamentary support for these reforms and has encountered almost no resistance in his efforts to strip Harry, Meghan, and other non-working royals of their titles. The plan extends beyond Harry and Meghan. It would also affect Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, Andrew's daughters, representing one of the most significant recalibrations of royal status in recent memory. This is not a vendetta against one brother. It is a systematic dismantling of the old model of monarchy, where many individuals held titles they never earned or served. William is building a leaner, modern institution, and anyone who isn't working for the crown will lose their connection to it. The Danish model, William's blueprint for a streamlined monarchy. To understand why William is pursuing this path with such determination, one must consider the model he has been studying, the Danish monarchy. According to the Royal Observer, William has long admired Denmark's approach. In 2022, Queen Margrethe famously removed princely titles from some of her grandchildren. The practical, streamlined structure of the Danish royal family under King Frederick and Queen Mary has influenced William's vision for the British monarchy. This initiative is not about personally punishing Harry, although that may be a satisfying side benefit for William. Instead, it is focused on the institutional survival of the British monarchy. The monarchy is one of the most expensive ceremonial institutions globally, and public opinion consistently reflects that taxpayers want value for their money. A large royal family with numerous titled members who contribute little to public service poses a political liability. As reported by Cosmopolitan, William has openly discussed limiting titles among non-working royals as part of his efforts to protect the monarchy's reputation and reduce public costs. The streamlining process involves not just titles, but also accommodations, security, staffing, and the entire infrastructure that supports titled royals. Every person with a Royal Highness HRH designation creates an expectation of taxpayer-funded protection and support. By stripping titles from those who do not serve, William aims to eliminate that expectation and the financial burden that comes with it. The Australia scandal is pivotal in this context. Harry and Meghan's tour exemplified the problem. They leveraged their titles to secure high-profile engagements, charged premium prices for speaking events, promoted commercial products during charitable visits, and ultimately left Australian taxpayers to cover the security costs. This type of parasitic relationship with the crown is exactly what William seeks to eliminate permanently. Enter James, the quiet Earl of Wessex, and the palace's surprising succession plan. We come to perhaps the most surprising aspect of this entire story, the emergence of James, Earl of Wessex, as a key player in the palace's restructuring plans. James Alexander Philip Theo Mountbatten Windsor, born on December 17, 2007, is the youngest grandchild of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. He is currently 16th in line to the throne. For most of his life, James has remained largely out of the public eye. His parents, Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, consciously chose not to use HRH titles for their children, instead styling them as the children of an earl rather than as prince or princess. In a 2020 interview, Sophie explained that they are raising their children with the understanding that they will likely need to work for a living. When James turns 18 in December 2025, sources have confirmed that he has no interest in adopting a princely title, with a family friend stating it is the last sort of thing he's interested in. However, this situation is becoming intriguing. Although James may not desire a princely title, the palace's restructuring creates a paradoxical scenario. As Prince William strips titles from non-working, non-loyal royals, the remaining family members, those who have demonstrated loyalty, discretion, and a willingness to serve, gain more significance by default. Multiple royal commentators have characterized Prince Edward and Sophie as the hardest-working and most loyal members of the extended royal family. They have never given explosive interviews, written tell-all memoirs, or launched commercial ventures using their royal connections. Instead, they have done precisely what the monarchy expects of its members. They have served quietly and reliably. James currently holds the courtesy title of Earl of Wessex, which he inherited when his father was created Duke of Edinburgh in March 2023. He is also the heir apparent to his father's hereditary titles of Earl of Wessex, Earl of Forfar, and Viscount Severn. The narrative that James gets everything does not imply that he will take Harry's specific title of Duke of Sussex. Should it be stripped, that title would revert to the crown. Rather, it reflects a broader redistribution of royal significance. As Harry and Meghan are pushed further to the margins, the Edward branch of the family rises in prominence. James embodies the type of royal William admires: low profile, duty-focused, and entirely uninterested in celebrity. The irony is poignant for Harry. While he pursued fame, fortune, and Netflix deals, his quiet young cousin James has done exactly what the monarchy values most: nothing that would embarrass the family. The end game. The future of the British monarchy. Where does all this lead? Let's look at what the future might bring. One royal insider said that stripping Harry of his titles would make him an outcast with no status or reason to return to England. This is not just a political comment, it's also an emotional one. Without his titles, Harry would lose his official connection to the royal family that his mother, Princess Diana, helped to make famous. He would be a private citizen with a well-known last name. Royal insider Tom Sykes has confirmed that William's plans could also affect Archie and Lilibet, possibly removing their royal titles in the same way. Hello Magazine reports that Harry worries about this. He fears that once William becomes king, he might take away Archie and Lilibet's titles. Royal biographer Tom Bower said King Charles initially wanted to keep the couple's titles after Queen Elizabeth's death, but things have worsened since then. The situation with the children is especially touching. Archie and Lilibet have prince and princess titles, but they have never acted as working royals, never attended royal events, and live far from Buckingham Palace in California. Under William's plans, it makes little sense for them to keep titles they won't use in royal service. At the same time, the monarchy is changing. King Charles's health issues have accelerated William's path to the throne and his reform plans. The removal of Prince Andrew's titles showed it could be done, and scandals have given political reasons to support it. The legal process, letters patent approved by Parliament, is clear and ready to use. For Harry and Meghan, time is running out. Every paid tour, speaking engagement, and retail deal related to charity pushes William closer to making a big decision. Based on what we've seen, public opinion, support in Parliament, legal precedents, and William's own intentions, it seems to be a matter of when, not if. The British monarchy is set to become smaller, leaner, and more exclusive. Prince Harry, once one of the most beloved royals, could find himself outside looking in. Right now, we are still seeing the results of the Australia tour unfold, and sources say more announcements could come soon. What do you think? Should William take away the titles, or is that too extreme? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this video was helpful, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to know the full story. See you next time.